aspect and see what best can be done to ensure that the right people get elected to parliament. The second system is justice delivery. In justice delivery, the first aspect, of course, is the quality of judges. And there I will beseech the Honourable Law Minister and the Honourable Chief Justice of India and the other collegium judges that this memorandum of procedure is hanging fire since 2016. And the memorandum of procedure is basically meant to ensure that the collegium system has more accountability. And I would only request that if memorandum of procedure can be finalized at the earliest, this will definitely ensure that the quality of judges coming to the higher courts are definitely improved and there is credibility in the process. I feel that the collegium system is the best system for appointment of judges, but they have to be accountable. And that can only be brought in either by a law made by Parliament to regulate the collegium system or by the memorandum of procedure. The second important aspect of justice delivery is infrastructure. Infrastructure in especially the lower courts, is appalling. I know of cases of some district courts in Bihar where the courtroom didn't have paper, so the litigant had to get his own paper. There is no typist, there is nobody to dictate judgment. So that is an area which I feel the government needs to really work on, and I will beseech the law minister to look into this aspect because the kind of complaints that are coming with regard to the infrastructure is something which cannot be accepted in this day today. And we are not fulfilling the dream of our people if we are not giving proper infrastructure for our judges. And third is, of course, training. If the judges are not regularly trained, the kind of new subjects that are coming up daily before us, the challenges of dealing with new jurisdiction. I know several judges of Supreme Court and Chief Justice have also told me that while they were in the High Court, they had not dealt with many subjects which they happened to deal with in the Supreme Court. And so accordingly, continuous training of judges, both at the district level and at the High Court level, and even if there is no harm, there are methods of including the Supreme Court judges. In fact, they can also train the High Court judges and the lower judiciary. That exercise is going on, but that can be done more regularly. There are institutions where training, Bhopal is there, every state has an institution, but I feel it's not being done properly. It can be done with more rigor. The last is, of course, reaching the common man. The legal aid. Every person should get justice, which should be able to get access to justice. Legal aid should be again strengthened, and again I beseech the law minister. The Supreme Court has a very functional NALSA, and we are trying to reach right to the last mile. But it's a huge country. The requirement of infrastructure to reach the legal aid to the common man is a challenge, and we should accept that challenge and work towards it. The last, and of course, that is for the Supreme Court, and that is the infrastructure for the Supreme Court. I have been saying this for quite some time that when the Kartavya Path was being designed, there should have been an area for the Judiciary Supreme Court as well. But having not done that, at least this area across the Bhagwan Das Road, this whole of this should be declared a part of the Supreme Court campus, so that a lot of facilities can be created for the members of the bar, for litigants, and for the institution, which will help this institution to grow and do better the job that it has been doing for so many years with so much amount of, I would say, rectitude. The lawyers have a huge problem. Even Dr. Singhvi in his first speech has noted that there is no social security for lawyers, there is no medical facility for lawyers. If a lawyer falls sick overnight, there is nobody to take care of him. And that is one need of the hour which actually needs to be addressed, of providing social security lawyers, getting them medical facility. At least the regular practitioners of the Supreme Court can be given the CGHS benefit, because we have had so many mishaps in the Supreme Court where lawyers have died only because of not getting timely medical help. And of course, my last demand always has been to elevate this. If there is a memorandum of procedure, I am sure the memorandum of procedure can provide for a system of inviting for applications, and Supreme Court lawyers are not being considered for elevation on a regular basis. The Honourable Chief Justice of India has given his, he is very much keen to start this process, but doing at his level without a process being in place will not reach the all the eligible members to be elevated. And I think there is some need of the hour to have a system where on a regular basis somebody is assessing the merit of Supreme Court lawyers and comparing them with the merit of the lawyers in the High Court and getting the best people elevated. So with these words, I want everybody here present today to introspect as to whether how far we have achieved the goal of Dr. Ambedkar in providing a society which law reaches to everyone and the justice delivery system is adequate to meet the needs of the country. Thank you.
For law and justice, so kindly deliver his address.
संविधान दिवस के अवसर पर आयोजित इस कार्यक्रम में